worth getting a lot
They
of
like
touches.
Oh, come on. They like Jalen Warren.
I
They
do
like
that
him.
too, but I understand, but he's a rookie. He's unproven. He showed some things in the preseason and at camp, but that's preseason and camp. You look at guys that have done that before and then completely fell on their face during games.
Yeah, but when's he supposed to prove it? When are you supposed to find out? Tomlin loves him.
I know, but I would like to see it in a real game, I guess, while Najee was healthy. I guess if you throw him into it.
But here's the catch-22 here, Richie. Yeah. If Najee's healthy, what do we know about Tomlin and feature backs? Yeah, he's going to run the guy to the wheels fall off. Well, guess what? The wheels on this particular Najee Harris bus are starting to get real wobbly. It's looking like the Flintstones car where it just suddenly falls down and falls apart, and you're holding the steering wheel and nothing else. They need to be very careful about this because Harris is going to end up banged up and unusable and no good to them on the injured list potentially if he keeps taking a pounding and this doesn't get better.
So let's break it down this way. If you are a fantasy owner and he's on your team, it's going to be a long season. That's my guess.
I would think so. I think at least this week it really is prudent of them to just let him sit and rest. And I'm sure going in and telling him that would make him blow his stack. But guess what? He's no good to them if he's sitting on the bench or he's 50%. I'm sorry. It's just that. And then think about it this way, too. You've got a short turnaround for Cleveland. This would be the opportune time to try and sneak through 2 weeks of rest for the guy that he clearly needs. I just refuse to believe that he's all good to go. I think that's the competitor in him talking, Richie. Yeah. You have a chance to rest him against a bad Patriots offense where you might be able to win without him, and against a Cleveland team that, who knows, stranger things have happened. They've gone in and Cleveland's imploded. You suddenly get 2 weeks of rest for the guy. Maybe he's right, and then maybe you have the best version, I should say, of Najee Harris for the rest of the year.
Maybe they split time with him. Maybe you have some kind of rotation.
Well, I mean, here, listen. If you want to split time, say you want to dress him, but hey, you're open if you're Mike Tomlin to Jalen Warren taking over and getting more of the carries. Fine. You should know very quickly in Najee Harris's first couple of touches whether he's really close to 100% or whether he's a guy who's 75% trying to convince you that he's something greater than that.
All right, so, I thought about this a lot. I think you and I might have talked about this on the sports call before, but, I always like to look back and compare players to other players that we've seen. So you take Najee Harris at his best last year and Le'Veon Bell. Who would you rather have in what we would think their prime would be? Who do you think ultimately is going to be the better running back?
Le'Veon Bell. I think Le'Veon Bell's prime was better than virtually anybody going right now. I think he was the most unique running back in the league. I think he was incredible as far as how he could wait patiently, pick and choose, dart through a hole. Le'Veon Bell also, when he was split out wide as a wide receiver, he actually behaved and functioned and made catches and ran routes that were comparable to wide receivers. I think Najee Harris appealed to the Steelers because he has a lot of the same traits, but he's a more powerful, explosive athlete than Bell was. But Bell just had something unique about his game. And here's the other thing, Richie. I know he played behind better offensive lines, so if you're going to call me and tell me that Najee's got no line, I get it. I'm with you on that. But Le'Veon Bell just was able to run in such a unique way. He presented unique problems for opposing defenses. Najee's more of a very explosive player, very powerful player, but doesn't have the elusiveness that Bell had in his prime.
Najee's more like a Derrick in Tennessee.
Derrick Henry.
Yeah, Derrick Henry. And Le'Veon Bell, he just avoided that big hit.
Le'Veon Bell was a cross between Shady McCoy with the elusiveness, the lateral quickness, the never having breakaway speed. He had some of the receiving ability of like an Edgerrin James, a Marshall Faulk, a LaDainian Tomlinson. He was a lot of great players rolled into one. It was just a burning bright but very short type of career.
Yeah, I still think that Najee Harris is going to have a good career, but I don't disagree with you. I don't necessarily disagree with you, but maybe if you have him in the lineup against the Patriots, this is a winnable game. You split time with Jalen Warren, see what he has, and then make a decision against Cleveland what you're going to do. All right, we got to take a break. Back with your phone calls. 412-575-2600 is the number on the Borders and Borders hotline. This is Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call.